Karika, if somebody gets to know at that young age that I have cancer, I think the first instinct would be, and somebody's told that you have only a few days or a month to live. The first instinct would be that, okay, I'll go all out, I'll live my life to the fullest, I'll do everything that is in my mind to achieve and to do. But you, while battling cancer at the age of 22, went ahead and founded a company. So, how did that happen?
So I think actually that was my way of going all out. I'll just put a little background to this. I belong to a Marwadi family. Girls never worked. Girls weren't given wings. I never saw my mom given the freedom she deserves. I never saw any of the women in the house, be treated with the respect that they deserve. And I think for me, it was very clear from a very. And then I went to boarding school. Sorry, and I think for me, when I went to boarding school, I was the kid who was the most bullied kid in class, probably. I was the biggest loser in class. No one wanted to sit next to me. No one wanted to stand next
Why?
to me. I was just an outcast. And I was also 1.5 younger for my grade. I was always the youngest kid. All the kids in boarding school had been to a preparatory school before boarding school. And here I was, 7-year-old or 6.5 years old, 7-year-old kid, left in boarding school in a different. I was a North Indian living in Uti in boarding school. So, I think I was in my head, the only thing I wanted to do was find my worth, right? And some people's finding their worth could be, okay, I have 5 days to live. Let me go all out and go shopping or partying. Or, now if you don't have 5 days to live, I will go eat all the best food in the world and just chill, right? Because I found my worth. And I think that's what it was for me. It was very, I think cancer, I always say cancer was the best thing that happened to me because it was a wake up call. It was like, screw it, let's do it. Let's not listen to anyone. Let's go out and win our dreams. Let's go out and do what I really want to do. What's the worst that can happen? It made me feel a bit invincible, if I can say that. And why I'm so open about sharing whatever's happened is, I meet a lot of young girls who are suffering a lot of problems and they're not given the right credit for fighting these problems and being where they are. I had a platform, I'm able to speak about it. I think it's so important to share what you've been through in life and survived in life to get where you are, because there's going to be that one person in those 100 people listening to you who needs that little motivation to say, I can do it. And I think I found that for me as well. When I read Lance Armstrong's books, when I read Richard Branson's books during that time, for me it was like, I can do it. So I think for me, as soon as I got my treatment got over, there's no cure for cancer. You're in remission for 5 years. The day my treatment finished and the doctor said, okay, maybe there are no cancer cells in your body, I was like, I have to go find my worth. I have to go build something. I have to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, Kanika, you did a great job.